going to throw a bullpen on Saturday, according to manager Dave Roberts. It's going to be the first time he's throwing off a mound since February 25th. AJ, that was a month ago.
Agreed. Hold on. Before we get into this, I know not everyone got to see what we talked about in between. We talked about Corbin Burnes being the fifth starter. You know his first start comes in Yankee Stadium. Maybe there was more to it than we knew. His first start is in Yankee Stadium, not in Arizona. Again, I'm not saying that they didn't, but, not bad to have your fifth starter going up in first game in Yankee Stadium. Just saying, maybe it wasn't as unintentional as we thought. But anyways, yes, this to me, Shohei, because you know what? I don't care about Shohei throwing a bullpen. Whoop-de-doo, let me know when he's back on a mound throwing for real, because this is going to be the Juan Soto. Hey, look, Shohei picked up a baseball today and threw it with his right arm. Oh my God, we got to do a breakout session on it. Clinton, Alana, got to talk about this for 30 minutes because Shohei threw 7 balls from 90 feet. Don't care. Let me know when he gets on a mound, he's facing hitters. Thank you. Talk about your mound.
Hang on. I'm pulling up a tweet that says, I just shook Shohei Ohtani's hand. And that tweet was from AJ Przinsky. So
did I actually tweet that? I don't think I actually tweeted that. I said it, and then I said, who wants to buy my hand? Because I touched Shohei and Roki's hand at the same time. So no, I didn't tweet that because, listen, Shohei was just like a normal folk. He was sitting there eating his bacon and eggs in his locker, smiling. Mookie's over there. I'm trying not to get sick from Mookie. It's just like a day before they left for Japan. So, then I see Roki and Yamamoto was pitching that day. I mean, making the rounds with the lawn. You guys should try it.
Shohei's still throwing. People need to make sure they don't freak out. He didn't not throw from February. He has still been throwing. He just hasn't gotten off the mound. It's progression that everybody takes. It's going to be difficult. We talked about it with Jeff Passan earlier. I don't know. AJ said it. He can't go to Oklahoma City and rehab. Position players, I don't think they necessarily need to rehab. A pitcher coming back from Tommy John surgery needs to rehab. Guys, check the schedule. The Marlins are sending some of our Renta people over to Dodger Stadium to face Shohei at 1:30. Oh yeah, and Shohei's gonna be a little tired from that. He's still gonna DH that night. I don't envy that for the Dodgers staff at all because he can't go and rehab and he has to build his pitch count up if he's actually going to be a starter.
He is going to be a starter, you guys, with your conspiracy theories.
He has to be a starter because that's the only way they can guarantee he's going to get in the game. Yeah. So he has to start. Like this whole conspiracy that he's going to be a closer, he has to be a starter because you can't bring him in the 9th inning and be like, hey, Shohei, I haven't pitched in 2 years. Go close out a game that could be meaningful. He has to be a starter because then you have to have somebody to piggyback him. Now, who do you pick to piggyback him? Snell, Yamamoto, Sasaki, May, Glasnow,
Gonsolin.
So many choices.
Knack, Bobby Miller. Who do you pick to be the piggyback guy? Because someone's going to have to piggyback him. That's the question. But you're going to have a starter piggyback him to get some length, unless you're going with a 6-man rotation, 7-man rotation.
Ohtani's going to pitch. It'll probably not be until about halfway through the season. They are not expecting or needing 150 plus innings out of him. I think even 100 might be a stretch at this point. They'd like him to be in a good groove heading into the playoffs where then he can pitch and hit if it's all working out for him. What I did learn from this conversation is that we should do some type of segment with 80s music called When Will He Pitch? And keep doing Ohtani updates every time we get one morsel of an update about the situation. I actually genuinely am interested in this topic because of the uniqueness of it. I don't care about most rehab processes because you just want to know when the guy's coming back, so I want the timetable. But with this one, I am actually curious because you don't have a previous playbook. So we'll keep that in mind. We'll try to get to something that AJ's much more interested in. So let's do power rankings.
Power rankings, yeah. I mean, come on. Next, we're going to talk about where Juan Soto will go again.
I shook his hand.
More in a minute, but first, a quick word from our sponsor of this video. If you're looking for premium clothes at an affordable price, you got to check out True Classic. AJ, you're rocking the True Classic shirt right now.
Oh, believe it. Look at this thing. Look at it. Soft. It fits perfect, even with these guns. Not too tight like Scott likes it. Little bit of room to move in there, right? Look, you can wear it under a suit. You can wear it out to dinner with some nice jeans. You can wear it to the gym if that's what your game is. Whatever it takes, this thing fits great, feels great. Great shirt.
The long sleeve Henny for these cold, kind of warm spring days. Perfect.
Yep. Build the perfect outfit in 5 minutes or less. Everything goes great together. Free shipping on all orders. It's designed to bring out your best features with a perfect fit. So, FT fam, whether you're bundling up for the cold or getting ready for spring, level up your style with clothes that actually fit right. Go to our exclusive link, trueclassic.com/foul to save. That's trueclassic.com/FOUL. Shop now and elevate your wardrobe today. FT fam, get after it. And now back to the video. That is so good, coming from someone who has lived a lot of life in New York City and gone on a lot of those little apartment looks where they're like, you're really going to love this. It's really charming. It's a closet. And it's yours for $7,000 a month. That is New York City for a lot of areas. Anyway, all right, I want to ask you about, love the answer. I want to ask you about Ohtani, okay? So Dodgers won the World Series last year. Ohtani had a ridiculous season as a DH. What do we expect from him this year, especially as far as the pitching situation? I know you've written a book about pitching and obviously the arm problem we have in Major League Baseball. I don't want to forget how much he's actually had to go under the knife for the arm, still perform with the bat, and then figure out how the Dodgers are going to make sure that he can pitch for them but not sacrifice the bat. So have you learned anything in the spring training time period about how do you think they're going to play this out with him?
I wish I could take the experience that I had from reporting the arm and apply it to Ohtani, but he's such a unique scenario. I think the Dodgers are, they're just sort of winging it. And that's not to suggest they're being flip about how they're approaching it with him. I just think there's no playbook. Like, because Ohtani bats and because this is his second, major elbow reconstruction, and because he's been shut down for 30-something days in between the last time he pitched and his forthcoming bullpen, he's essentially going to have to build back up. And it's a weird roller coaster that he's been on. The Dodgers have so much depth, though, guys, that there's just no rush to get him back. I think Dave Roberts said it, like, what's important is that we have him ready for October. And that's the way the Dodgers approach just about everything. If you want to say, like, what's the advantage that the Dodgers have, part of it is that Andrew Friedman, very early on in his career, understood the advantage of depth and roster construction. And what he's been able to supercharge with the Dodgers is the amount of depth that they have. And part of that is because they've done such a great job of building up arms in their farm system. The number of non-first round picks who turn into big league arms for the Dodgers is exceptional. Like, they're just really good at pitching development. They haven't been as good at keeping them healthy, but just in terms of developing like quality big league arms, they've been fantastic. And so they have a lot of runway with Ohtani. They don't need to rush anything back. But what people who work with Shohei Ohtani have learned is that he will tell you, like, he's going to serve as the barometer. The medical staff is going to help him along the way and be there to support him and give him thoughts and ideas. But in the end, what Ohtani's body is telling him is what he follows. And the fact that he's managed to do this two-way thing, guys, as long as he has and be as successful as he has, shows the great relationship that he has with knowing how his body is feeling and knowing what it needs. There are a lot of guys out there, a lot of guys who play, who just don't ever understand their body well enough to maximize it. I think that's maybe Shohei Ohtani's superpower, that he gets what he needs and can figure out how to get to the place where he's going to perform the best.
All right, Jeff, before we let you go, I got two things for you. One, I want to know how Shohei's going to rehab, because it's impossible because he has to DH. So when you figure that one out, you can write another book on it, because the Dodgers, I don't even think, know how. You can't send him to Oklahoma City to pitch 5 innings and then catch the Concorde to fly back to LA to DH that night. So that's going to be what's fascinating to me.
Sim games. It's just going to be, that's all you can do. It's not ideal, but you're exactly right. You can't send him out for minor league rehab start. So that's the interesting part about Ohtani. Everything he does is different than everybody else, because that singular thing he's trying to do, play both ways, is different from everyone else.
ついにこの時がやってきた。ロサンゼルス、ドジャースの背番号17、令和の怪物、大谷翔平。約1ヶ月ぶりにマウンドに帰って、9回を震撼させた2度目の右肘手術を乗り越え、 大谷がいよいよ土曜日のブルペン投球で本格的な投手復帰への第一歩を踏み出す。デーブ・ロバーツ監督は興奮を隠せない様子で、ついに翔平がマウンドに立つ。ドジャースにとってこれ以上の朗報はない。と喜びを爆発させて、約1ヶ月間、投手としてはマウンドを離れていたが、大谷が一瞬たりとも止まっていたわけではない。驚異的な回復力と、まさに上旬離れした身体能力で打者としては春季キャンプからフル稼働、投げていない。とはいえ、遠投練習では軽々と90フィートを投げ、豪快なスイングでホームランを量す。まさに、野球の神様、に選ばれし特別な男が、再び二刀流完全復活への道を走り出したの。大谷の復帰が迫る中、チーム内外では様々な憶測が飛び交っている。メジャーリーグの事情に詳しい専門家たちは、果たしてドジャースは大谷をどのように起用するのか、と熱い議論を繰り広げている。特に注目されているのは、リハビリ登板の方法だ。通常、投手が肘の手術から復帰する場合、マイナーリーグで調整登板を行う。しかし、大谷の場合、打者として毎日出場するためにマイナーリーグでの調整は物理的に不可能である。この問題について、大リーグ随一の情報通りジェフ・タスさん記者は、前例がない大谷翔平の調整方法は、球団の手探り状態だ。シミュレーションゲームやブルペンでの調整しかない。と分析。まさに前人未到の道を切り開く大家だからこそ、この課題も自らの直感と肉体との対話で乗り越えていくことに、ドジャースの球団関係者は口を揃えて、翔平ほど自分の身体を理解し、調整できる選手はいない。彼自身が最高の判断を下すだろう。と絶大な信頼を寄せている。そんな中、野球界だけでなく、世界中がさらに注目するニュースが飛び込んでいた。昨年ワールドシリーズを制覇し全米を沸かせたドジャースが、間もなくホワイトハウスを訪問。そこで大谷翔平などなると、トランプ前アメリカ大統領と歴史的な対面を正すことが明らかになったのだ。この対面は単なるスポーツの枠を超えた、米国と日本、そして世界をつなぐ特別な意味を持って、日米を代表する2つの象徴が出会うことで、球団やファンだけでなく、政治、経済、文化、すべての分野に波及する影響が予想される。大谷翔平は野球選手という枠組みを超え、すでに世界のアイコンとして君臨している。この歴史的対面は、まさに、二刀流という枠を超えた、世界との架け橋としての大谷翔平の新たな役割を印象づけることになるだろう。大谷自身も、そして球団も、この一連の出来事を冷静に受け止めつつ、復帰に向けた準備を進めている。現在のところ、ドジャースは大谷を投手として本格的に起用する時期をシーズン半ばに設定し、プレーオフに向けて万全な構成を目指している。100イニング前後でも十分、と専門家は見ているが、それでもなく、短期間の調整で大谷翔平が見せるであろう圧倒的な投球は、まさに規格外とした言いようがない。その先発投手、大谷翔平の復帰を待つ間、ドジャースは投手陣の厚さを誇示するかのように、常に山本由伸、佐々木朗希、ダスティ、レイラスターターを擁し、完璧な布陣を築いている。これら豪華投手陣の2番手として控える投手こそが誰になるのか、贅沢すぎるほどの悩みが続いているのだ。また、キャンプでの大谷の姿を間近で見ていた元メジャーリーガーのピアシンスキー氏は、翔平の手を握った瞬間、彼の偉大さを改めて実感した、と興奮を隠さず語った。世界最高峰の舞台で戦ってきたベテランでさえ、大谷に触れただけで感激を隠せないほどの存在なのだ。さらにチームメイトの人気、ベッツも、翔平と日々交流しながらその類稀な集中力と調整法に舌を巻いている。彼は特別だ。すべての行動、表情、トレーニングのすべてが常識を超えている。と絶賛、世界トップクラスの選手であるベッツをした。ここまで称賛させる男、大谷翔平の魅力は計り知れない。ホワイトハウス訪問、トランプ前大統領との歴史的対面に伝え、大谷は世界が注目する中、再びマウンドに立つ、球史に残る二刀流伝説が、今また新たな章を刻もうとしている。野球を愛する日本のファン、そして世界のスポーツファンは、今まさに歴史的瞬間の目撃者となる。大谷翔平の復活劇が、ここから世界中を再び震撼させるだろう。